you're going to say dried boogers.
No,
Let's start.
So
Let's start and say dried boogers. There you go. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Healthy Girl Live with Gail and Heather. Today we're going to be talking about the rebounder. We're going to do some shout outs. We're going to do some jokes. We're going to talk about a few different things. And anyway, we were having a conversation off camera. And I was like, dried boogers. So I'm going to start with that.
I'm like, no, it's not dried boogers.
It's not your problem, Heather.
It's not. I want to make a short. This is so in my head, and I know it's stupid and it's a Heather joke or a dad joke or whatever, but I want to do a short saying, if you haven't got your basil, saying the words wrong, your basil, but basil, your basil.
Well, if you lived in Australia, it would be basil instead of
basil. You haven't got the thyme instead of thyme.
Oh, have you ever heard anybody say calendula as calendula? That's an interesting one. Let's say.
So, and then I thought I would say the pecan or pecan. Is it pecan? Now so when I do that, I get mixed up now. But use all the words that annoy people.
Hi, Joe Fix It for you. Welcome in.
So
Jamie Living and Philbeck. Hello. Please share this out in your community tab to get a few more people in here tonight.
You want me to share my senior moment?
Yes, please do. Hi, it all adds up, Lori. Welcome in.
So I went to the gas station yesterday to get some gas in the gas can, and me and my son walked out of the gas station to go to the truck, and I hear this buzzing sound, and I'm like, what's that buzzing sound? And I'm looking around, and I look up at the light on the building, because a lot of barn big lights have that buzzing sound when they're turning on, or if you have that sound. So I'm like, nope, it's not that. What is that sound coming from? And there was a car parked next to my truck that was a hybrid, and the guy that owned the car was standing outside, and I'm like, sorry, normally out here and we don't hear that sound unless it's a light on a barn. And I said, us country folks don't hear stuff like that very often. So sorry. Because
what did he say?
He laughed. I'm like, oh, I didn't know those things sounded like that.
That's funny.
No, I didn't.
Hi, Lori's World and Penny Ortiz.
But it was funny because I walk out and I hear the buzzing, like it's lights are turning on, right? And I'm like,
yeah, I know exactly what sound you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was the car, and I'm like, that's really weird.
My phone is doing very weird things.
Like last week, folks don't hear that sound much. That's how I said
it. Last week when we were in here, Lori's World said she wasn't a moderator. And so I was trying to make her a moderator last week, but it never would show me my chat on my phone so I could do it.
Hi, Robin.
So today I decided I'm going to try to make her moderator again, and it's blank. Again, I can't. So, Lori, I'm trying. I'll get there.
It's a tricky situation.
It is. And there's another way to do it, which I don't use very often. That's on the laptop. So I may have to do it that way. I use my thyme on my pork chops tonight with garlic.
You're going to use your thyme?
Yeah, my thyme is not up yet.
Did you use any basil?
He left the gas. You left the
Well,
gas on, Heather.
but oh, and Gail,
What?
oh yeah, and they do that
Oh,
little.
can you hear it? Can you hear it?
I could do an annoying short.
Yeah. At church on Sunday, my husband caught me with my legs shaking, like I was like basically pacing in my seat, and he was just looking at me like, "What in the world?" Because I don't usually do that, but I had to pee.
What's wrong with you?
I know, and finally I was just like, "I'm gonna have to get up, or this is gonna be bad." So I finally just got up and said, "Okay, whatever." Anyway, so Lori's World, I'm trying. So what do you want to start with today, Miss Heather?
I don't know. What should we start with?
We want to start with jokes. We want to start by talking about the rebound.
Yeah, why don't you do a
What do we
joke?
want to
I'll do a
start with?
joke, and then you can read your information, and then you do a joke, I'll do a joke, and then I'll read my information.
Okay.
Jokes. How about that? That way we break it
So
up a little
joke
bit.
information and then your joke information. Okay. So here's my joke. What did the mayonnaise say when the refrigerator door was opened? Anybody? Anybody got that one? Anybody heard this one? Okay, I'll read the joke again, and then I'll read the answer. What did the mayonnaise say when the refrigerator door was opened? Close the door. I'm dressing.
Ah, very good. Okay, so Green Country says healthy goals by this time next year. I'll be doing, I'm assuming you will be doing at least 50 push-ups every day in 2 sets of 25. That is a good goal. And thank you.
That is a good goal. And that
Yeah.
is Jason, one of my oldest friends. I would call Jason the OG of my friends of YouTube.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
actually got to meet him at the very first meetup I went to in Pryor, Oklahoma, which is the same one where, I rode in with Jan and met several other people too. But yeah, hi, Jason. Tell your wife, Mary,
Hi,
hello.
Jason. Nice to meet you.
And that's a very good goal. I don't think I could do it like right now. My wrists are hurting, but I'm working on that. But my herbalist has sent me a new herb thing to try. So we'll talk about that more in the future.
Ooh.
I need to read my directions. Hello, Tamara Emerling.
Okay, you ready for my joke? And then we'll get into some information. Okay, ready? Ooh, hi, Daniel. Why did the gym goer do crunches while holding a cat?
Why did the what?
Why did the gym goer do crunches while holding a cat?
It's a good one. I don't know.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that's a good one, Jason.
Yeah. They were trying to get perfect abs.
Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Daniel. Wait, I got to make sure I got it right. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Welcome in. I wanted to make sure I wasn't saying the wrong channel. Yeah, actually, I came across a picture of me and Jason and his wife, Mary, on my Facebook in one of my folders the other day, where we had met Ann Garvey. Is that what that says? Welcome in, Ann Garvey. 7,000 steps. 7,000 steps this week, in spite of having a cold. Wow, it's not bad. Is that per day or per week?
Drink your water, Ariella.
Per day, that would be very good. Per week, that would be almost immobile, really.
Drink your water. Drink your water. So don't forget, everybody, to add water.
Takes 2,000 to 3,000 steps per day.
Yep. Drink water. Add the lemon to your water. That helps. So try and do that. As in most places, not all places, the weather is getting warmer out, so we need to make sure that we're staying on top of it and keeping hydrated. And Gail, you want to take it away with some information?
I do. So I don't actually have a rebounder yet, but I do have one on my Amazon wish list. And I'm hoping to get the one with the handles. We'll see what happens. But I also wanted to look at Walmart and make sure they don't have any here locally before I order it. So anyway, here's the information I got about the rebounder. This is just very basic information. It improves your cardiovascular fitness health, helps with lymphatic drainage. It's kind of random. Helps. Whoa, I can't even read my own handwriting here. Whoa, yeah. What does that say?
Can one of my can we share like oh yeah, we can share videos. Can't they share videos down in the link?
Yeah, they can share
if anybody can find like just a little short rebounder video and share it down below.
Yes. Definitely. Enhances your mental health, supports weight loss, aiding in detoxification, and supports immune function. So pretty cool. I've heard a lot of good things about it lately in several different places. So I'm excited to try it. Hello, Linda. And Linda will be going live right after this. She has an interesting subject for tonight, so definitely would recommend going to check that out. Okay. Thank you for coming in, Judy.
Is that it?
Yeah. It's rebounder is a piece of exercise equipment, Jason.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find a little. Yeah, it's like a mini trampoline, but it's not like the trampoline you see the kids doing their flips and bouncing as high as they can. It has like, it's a little bit of a different mat where you like kind of more so bounce into it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Maybe I can share this one. Where did Gail?
Can someone put up the link for Green Country Agroforestry? He's in here tonight with the kind of like the turquoise colored logo. Could somebody put up Jason's link for me?
Hi, Linda. For some reason, my internet is slower.
Yeah.
Okay, I shared one. I don't know whether or not I like that lady or not. I just picked something so you could see. Okay, well, let's go with a couple of jokes, and then I'll read the information I have.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to go first? You first.
What happens when a strawberry gets ran over crossing the street?
Ooh. That would be jam, right? Hi, Troy. Hi, Tamara.
What happens when a strawberry gets ran over crossing the street?
Smushed.
The peanut gallery is screaming his answer over here. Okay, so the answer is a traffic jam. That's what it said, a traffic jam. But I'm guessing strawberry jam or anything like that. But yeah, traffic jam. Hello, Troy Sutton.
Okay. All right. What's it called when you refuse to do core workouts? And the core is like your
Abs,
yeah,
your stomach.
yeah. Drop my pen. Backup pen.
Strawberry traffic jam.
Okay, what's it called when you refuse to do core workouts? Abstinence.
Abstinence.
Okay, so the information that I got, some of it'll be the same as what Gail said. The rebounder is what I'm talking about. Low impact full body workout that strengthens muscles, boosts cardiovascular health, improves balance without stressing joints. It stimulates lymphatic joints. I have ants up here and I don't know why. There's no food or water.
At Robin Hood Homestead, that's
Anyways.
all.
It's weird.
Unless did it come in on something you brought from outside, maybe?
No. Stimulates lymphatic joints. I have a question for everybody if you're listening. How many lymph nodes are distributed throughout the body? Without cheating. Don't cheat.
$24.
And I know you're all laughing at the jokes, so
We want to know if you are laughing, but we don't want to know if you're not laughing.
I'm just going to assume you're laughing.
Yeah, we're going to be positive.
Yeah. So how many lymph nodes are distributed throughout the body? Tamara says 400 to 800. Ooh.
My guess was 46.
Anne's laughing. So what I saw, which can vary, 600 to 800 lymph nodes. And it varies depending on if you're male or female, blah, 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 blah. So I'll name off a few of the different areas that you have lymph nodes. And that would be cervical, which is your neck, axillary, which is your armpits, inguinal, which is groin, abdominal pelvic, I don't know if I can say it, the chest area, and more. I'm not going to say that word. I'll just say what it means, the chest area. So you have lymph nodes in a lot of places, and what oftentimes happens is they get slow and they don't do much movement.
Yeah, we even have them on the back of our knees. Did you know we had lymph nodes back there?
Yeah, and so you have them
clogged. It can cause your legs to feel numb and whatever.
Yeah. So you got to do stretching. You got to do some exercise, and the rebounder is something that when they get all those little lumps kind of get tight and not much movement going on, it gets them opened up and spread out and moving around and doing their job, which is fighting off disease and illnesses and things like that. So when you do the rebounder, you don't have to go on it for hours and hours. You can go on it for 10, 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
That's it. And it does a whole body thing. And you don't have to be wild. You'll see some of the videos. If you look at some of the videos, You'll see some of those ladies doing some crazy like stuff. You don't have to do that. You can just keep it simple, you know. So it's something to look into. Maybe if you have a gym where you could go that has a rebounder at a gym, maybe you could get like a day pass and go and try it out and see what you think. I don't
Mhm.
know if that's an option.
Did you
Yeah,
hear what? Did you read what Jason wrote here?
we have sebaceous glands on the back of our legs too. That's why your cat likes to rub there. It's picking up your scent. Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
I didn't
Interesting.
know that. I knew
And
that they
cleavers.
do rub you there. I just didn't know that that was
Mhm.
the reason.
Cleavers are the sticky, viney things that grow up, and if you pull it, you think it's an invasive, viney thing. If you pull it and you stick it to your shirt, it'll stay there and peel off. Look it up, make sure that you're getting
I
the right
think I
thing.
have some of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ann Philbeck left me a comment in one of my videos about my elderberry, and she was saying, some elderberry is not edible. I pulled my elderberry up just to make sure because you were making me doubt myself. And I went on there and it said it was a common elderberry. It's just a common elderberry. And then I also watched a video and I saw one that looked very much like mine. So at this elderberry farm that had several different kinds of elderberries. So I believe that mine is okay. I actually got mine from Jan, and I
Yeah,
actually have a cutting growing right now.
I can send you some groups on Facebook that I belong to on those. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, with the cleavers, if you steep them in water and then strain all the bits out and drink it as a warm tea, or you can put them in a jar overnight and then do the same thing, strain it out, drink it cold. That will help with your lymph nodes and stuff like that. Do your research. We're not medical professionals.
Exactly. Hello, Smoking and G Sharp. Welcome in.
Jan says, nah, Gail, your elderberries are edible.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was like, I think everything's okay. But then she put that comment, and I was like,
Well, and you
and I
will,
had to go out there and check because I was like, I
yeah,
believe
you
it's an
will
elderberry.
you will
Jan gave
cook.
it to me. I put it in a jar with water, a clear jar in the window, and grew roots on it, and then planted it. So I was like, it's exactly what Jan gave me. It has to be elderberry, edible elderberry. So anyway, I was pretty sure, but
Aw, thank you.
well, maybe
Smoking.
they turn brown later. Do
Yeah, you want them to be the dark. So if they're still green, they still need to ripen.
there's
Okay.
no there's no elderberries on it right
Yeah,
now.
you gotta
So
wait. It's usually late summer, early fall.
right. But
They'll get
she
the
keeps
flowers.
saying this is what she's saying. Green stems are not elderberries. I believe that maybe you're further down the road than me because mine are fairly new. So I think mine just haven't turned dark yet.
Oh, watch her. She has a video. Watch it and see.
I've already pulled it up on the plant
It
app and
doesn't
it's
it's
the
it's good
elderberry.
to do extra
I
research
don't plan on eating the
on
stems. I plan
anything.
on eating the berries. Um,
Yeah, and we cook them. You know, we simmer them in a
yeah,
pot.
I know you can't eat them without
Yeah,
cooking them. I do know that.
yeah. So I caught
Yeah.
a bee swarm today.
It just said it was a common elderberry, so I figured a
Yeah,
common elderberry is an edible variety. Jan eats hers, and she's the one that gave it to me. So
I'm not in a berry kind of state.
The stems start green, and as they mature, they turn to wood.
Yes,
Well, that's what I was also saying. Anne is further down the road, and so her stems are now brown. Mine are still green, but my plant is less than a year old.
Yeah, yours is a baby.
So it's a baby. It's a very big baby, but it's a baby.
Yeah. And you can use the flowers. You can cut the flowers before they turn into berries and use that in tinctures and teas as well. Penny's back. So
if it was edible, she would be dead, basically. Is what
so we just thought, you know, I know we've talked about the rebounder a few other times in the past. But we just wanted to highlight it just a little bit more in case it's something that you might be able to get for yourself if you don't have one, or, you know, look on your local whatever groups. And sometimes people buy things or are gifted things that, I don't know, you can get it for less of a price or whatever, if that's something you want to look into. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space, which is nice. So,
yep. You want to hear another joke?
Yeah, and I have some exciting news.
What did one plate say to another? Dinner's on me.
Aw, it's cute. So what happens to a book when it starts to exercise a lot?
What?
What happens to a book when it starts to exercise a lot?
I don't know.
Anybody? It gets ripped. So if a book starts exercising, like you reading it a lot, it's going to get ripped, but it's going, yeah. Its spine gets stiffer.
That's very punny of you.
Thank you. And okay, so tomorrow I'm going on a field trip with my garden club group, and it's to an area that's one of the last of its kind in the Pacific Northwest. It might be even more than just the Pacific Northwest, that has camas growing and a lot of other things that were native to the lands. And so I'm going to be doing a video on that stuff to show you guys what that all looks like. And so back in the day, the Native Americans and the first settlers, when they came, it's what everywhere used to look like. And people travel from all around the world, even still Native Americans and stuff like that, come to this area to see it because it's one of the last of its kind. So I'm going to be going to that and filming that. And I thought I would do it like a story long, long ago.
It's a good idea.
Right?
Do it. Story.
Yeah, with the information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to be really cool to get to go there and see that. And I want to take it with me.
No, me neither.
I don't think so, but
I was going to say something while you were talking. Now I'm trying to remember what it was.
I have some fabric, some thick upholstery fabric that has elderberry wine. I don't have it in here, but
I've heard that on one of the videos I watched about elderberry, that you can make wine out of it. Most common thing I've seen done with it is tincture, elderberry tincture, or elderberry jam. Yeah.
What is that? I don't know
So,
what that is. What's Claytona virginica? I don't know what that is. Tell me. Teach me.
before we have Jason answer that, in June, I believe it's the first weekend in June, there will be an Ozark meetup in Missouri at I forget the name of the lake. I need to write the information down and put it on my laptop. But anyway, it's being hosted by Simply Jan Homestead. And then me, I'm co-hosting under her, and also Linda with Another Time. So I just wanted to let y'all know that there are tent spots. Hotels are a little ways away, and there's RV spots and cabins. So if you're interested in that, please get in touch with me or Jan or Linda, and we'll get you some information. So Jason said we finally managed to get some Claytona virginica started in the front yard.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
tell us what it is, Jason. That's on my bucket list, Anne. Yeah, I'm actually starting an elderberry cutting in the window for my preacher's wife. Fairy potatoes. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I actually have my very first potatoes growing this year, so they seem to be doing really well so far. So we'll see how I do.
The farthest I've been to the East Coast. Sorry, I'm like, I don't know, chapped or something here and like around my mouth. I think it's because of all the sun that I've been getting lately. What was I going to say? Oh, the farthest to the East Coast that I've been, I think, is just Minnesota and Texas. And I haven't been that I know of on the other
Rhode
side.
Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Yeah, those 4.
Because I've been to
I lived in Rhode Island for about 5.5 years.
I'm losing my voice. I've been to Alaska many times. I was born there.
Gasconade.
And
so
then,
this is where the Ozark meetup is at the Gasconade River in Richland, Missouri. So if anybody's interested in going to that, you want information.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. Consume the goodness. Welcome in. Let's do our shout outs.
Okay.
My first shout out is going to be for, and if one of you guys, one of the moderators would put up links for the channels that we call out, we're going to call out 2 each. So Crystal's Pets and Plants. She has about 1,900 friends on her channel. She does gardening and she likes cats. She is currently in the Survival Seeds 2026 collaboration hosted by the Vineyard Chicks. And so, yeah, she's really, really nice lady. I'm thinking she lives in like Ohio or somewhere like that. I think she also does hydroponics. I know she grows under a grow light. So go by and check out her channel. I have linked her channel in the description box of this video. Also, I'm going to have somebody put up her link if y'all want to go by and visit her. Minnesota, whoop whoop.
Yeah, Minnesota. I was there for my kindergarten year in Minnesota. Okay, so I've got
Jason's picking on you. He said, given the Gulf, Texas counts as East Coast, right? You notice
I've been to Florida multiple times too. So there's that.
About that. I was like, what?
I've been in the middle of the Gulf.
In other words, she hasn't been to the East Coast, is what she's really saying.
Did I say it wrong? I don't know. Whatever. Leave me alone. Amanda Bama is one that I'm.
Thank you, Jamie, for putting up Crystal's link.
Just follow that coastline on down and you're in Galveston, I swear. Well, I am like West Coast, almost as far West Coast as you can go.
Hey,
Yeah.
if Jason picks on you, that means he likes you. So, you know, you're in, you're good.
I don't know. Did you
Uh,
send both of yours or just one?
I just did one of mine. Did you just do one of yours?
Yeah, Amanda Bama.
Amanda Bama. So can somebody put up a link for
Yeah, let me
Amanda
get it
Bama?
there. Amanda.
I'm going to write that
I'm
down.
making sure I spell it right.
Bama.
Yep.
Okay.
Amanda Bama. So that's
I'll
a
check that
channel
one
that
out.
you guys can check out if you want. And
Amanda.
things keep touching me and I keep thinking I have ants on me.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're paranoid now. I saw a couple of ants in my window over here by my elderberry cutting, so I think I'm gonna wipe the surface off with something that they don't like the smell of, and then I don't know. If I see them again, I might add some diatomaceous earth over there or something. But I've never seen them in the window before. That's really odd. It's just that time of year. So my second shout out is going to be for a channel called Mary Catherine Loves Cats. She has about 5,100 subscribers. She does unboxings. She does a lot of really cool giveaways. She sent me and Jan and one of the other channels, I forgot what the other channel was, some mask that you put on your face. She does
yeah. I got one. Yeah, me too.
Were you the other person? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in Fall Fest this year.
Yeah.
And she's a really good supporter of channels. I really, really like her. She's cool. So she is my second shout out. So if somebody could put up the link to Mary Catherine Loves Cats. And always video where she's unboxing, there's always like a cat body or a cat head or a cat tail or a cat butt.
I thought you were going to say she has 5,100 cats.
No, that would be a very silly. And I love cats, but that would be
a lot of poo-poo.
She may have 2 or 3. I'm not exactly sure on the number of cats, but yeah, definitely not 5,100 cats.
Go check her out. Okay, so my second one is Dream Life Collective. And I'll type it in.
Dream
Life Collective.
You know, last week after the live was over, I went by and friended both of the channels and watched a couple of their videos. So I'm also following through because her people are not my people and my people are not her people. We have a lot of people in common.
I'm just randomly checking out different channels that are new to me and sharing them out because so that we can all like grow instead of staying in our
I'm getting my
little,
I'm getting my shout outs from my comment section. So there are people in my
comments.
comments.
You did, but I knew what you meant. Tamara's having
2 or 3. I have 2. I had 4 at one time, but now I have 2.
Earlier. I have issues with typing sometimes because I'm out doing stuff and I'm like trying. Yeah, it happens.
That southern accent makes me smile. Are you talking about mine? Yeah.
That southern accent.
Yeah, that's me.
I have type impediment.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad your micro dwarf tomatoes are doing well. What you call it? Carol sent me some micro dwarf tomatoes the other day. I didn't plant them though because I'm going to save those to do in hydroponics. So she sent me the Fuzzy Wuzzy tomatoes. Yeah, you typed cars, but we still knew you meant cats.
Wuzzy?
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
Wuzzy was
had
all
no
toes.
but Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he?
Okay, I have another joke, and I
Okay.
think this is the best one out of all the ones that I said today.
Okay.
Just today. We're counting only today. Why did the cheese go to the gym? Interesting.
Hmm. I don't know. You got Fuzzy Wuzzy tomatoes too?
To get jacked. um, Anybody else? Oh, Tamara's cheating, but not 100% good. Right. Okay, so why did the cheese go to the gym? It wanted to cheddar a couple of pounds. It wanted
Hmm.
to cheddar a couple of pounds.
Huh. Interesting. Tamara's answer is to get shredded.
Huh?
The cheese wanted to get shredded. Get it? Shredded.
Yeah, I like that answer better than the one that I saw.
Was feeling
Yeah,
the cheese was feeling blue
because it was holy.
because it was blue cheese.
Swiss cheese went to church because it was holy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If it was
Yeah.
blue cheese, it was a
Jason,
blessing
this is
to
what you
church.
don't know. I've actually started growing hydroponically. I started in October. And I grew all through the fall and winter in hydroponics. And then when it started getting a little bit closer to spring, I took all those plants out
Oh,
and
that's some good
started
information.
started all my um
Oh,
all my
Jamie,
spring plants and then transferred them from hydroponics to the garden.
Jamie, we're putting you on the spot. Would you like to come on next week?
Yes,
I
that's
just
we
want to say
needed to
hi.
ask you
We're
that.
going to try to get things set up for her live and make dinner at the same time. I have to go. So sorry. Thank you. Consume the goodness. Have a good evening. Oh, yeah. Have a good evening. We'll see you next time.
To be holy, holy, holy. Velma or Macro Dwarfs.
Now I
Yeah,
forget what I was going to say.
it's holy. There you go.
I lost it. It was gone within a quick second. Oh, lickety split. I just up potted my hydroponic tomatoes to potting soil. It's nice. I've got all my tomatoes and seed snails out on a table outside waiting to be planted.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
So what have I been doing? Oh, yeah, I said that. What have I been doing this week? This week I have been moving. They're like the size of railroad ties, but they're not railroad ties for a border. What else have I been doing? Building raised beds. I filled the raised beds and planted the raised beds. So I've been doing a lot of diggling, and shoveling. And I dug a hole and put a 7-foot post up. And then
Sounds very energetic of
it
you.
was all rock that I had to dig in. Do you hear that? Did you hear that? Zzz. Sweet eater on the outside of the house. Down.
Every time I go to make a video, that someone's mowing their lawn or weed eating their lawn every single time.
Mom, link StreamYard, please, please, please.
Or if not, a dog starts barking or a siren goes by, but that's not very often. The siren.
We don't share the links in chat. You'll have to email one of us if you would like to have a scheduled interview.
Yeah, here's my email scrolling across the bottom. If you want to email us to get a interview for Healthy Goals Wednesday about a health subject, something you know about, herbs, vegetables, exercise, a health problem you've personally had. Here is my last joke. Why do oranges wear sunscreen?
Because it's appealing.
So they don't peel.
Oh, so I was kind of good.
So, yeah,
Kind of there.
pretty much.
Right.
I did not want to have to go from hydroponics to dirt to outside. I didn't want that 3-step process. So I waited until the nighttime temperature was above 50 degrees. And then I went straight from hydroponics to the garden beds. And out of all those plants, I had 3 that died. 2 were basil and 1 was a bell pepper. But that's pretty good odds in my opinion. But I just, I'm the lazy gardener. I want to do it. I don't want to do something in 3 steps I could do in 2. That's my
Right,
personal.
I get that. Yeah. I like planting things that come back the next year if I can. So that way I don't put in all that effort to make something look nice, like say flowers, bulbs, things like that. Because it's a lot of work, and I've got a lot.
I've seen people do hydroponics to the cups to something else.
Under frost warning for the next 5 days. Ooh. So do you have to cover up plants, Tamara? Yeah, perennials. That's my first choice is perennials. Sometimes I will buy a few annuals, like flowers or whatever that look pretty. I wish our gardens, if we planted our like garden vegetables, I wish they would just stay there. And all you have to do is give them nutrition and water and weed them. And you could just have them keep growing. That would be nice instead of starting all over every year.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel. Yes. Good answer, Jan. Yeah. So I'm liking hydroponics. I'm not going to say I'm perfect at it, but last year I did lettuce, micro-dwarf tomato, mint, collard greens, and then I started my, but mainly I want to do lettuce and tomato. But I really, really would like to try to do strawberries inside because outside, strawberries, the ants attack me because they like strawberries.
Right.
And I went to go pick a strawberry the year I grew tomatoes, and my whole hand lit up with fire ants that attacked me, all at one time. It was very painful.
The only experience I've had with fire ants is when I was in Texas.
They're still here, and they're all in my backyard.
And they can stay there.
Yeah, they're still here, and they're all in my backyard. Yeah. And I kill them by the millions.
Hey, you know what? You should do, Lori, if you could stack like a bigger pot and like a medium pot and a smaller pot, like do a big like pot stack things. You could plant your flowers like that. Actually, me and Gail did one.
The flower tower.
The flower tower.
I thought we decided we were going to call it the flower tower.
Yeah, flower tower. It's actually really pretty because it adds dimension to your space.
Yep.
Is that
I wish you had Tamara. Where are you at that you would still have a frost warning? Oh my goodness!
I saw an ant. Da-dan, da-dan,
Tomatoes
da-dan,
Green
da-dan.
5-gallon bucket challenge, Gail. If you plant one seed, either a tomato, a potato, or a pepper.
Do it, Gail. Do it.
Yeah, I will do that. I would do that. I would do that. He did one year he did a 5-gallon bucket challenge for sunflowers. So yeah, probably would do a
Oh, that's what I
tomato.
was gonna say. I remember
I
something.
probably would do a tomato because they grow the best for me.
Yeah, do that. I think
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
absolutely. Yeah, I definitely have at least 3 different buckets I could try that in.
I've got blue Hopi corn starts. They're like this big
Oh,
that I started from seed. So I have to get those planted this weekend. So I'm
yeah.
gonna do sunflowers along in the back garden. So what you guys see is my orchard and my herbs and all that. But I have a back garden too. Um, but I'm gonna do sunflowers on the side that gets the most sun to help kind of maybe shade. And then I have a cattle panel hoop house that has shade cloth, and then tomatoes, all the stuff. So many things.
Wow. Yeah, I have several areas where I actually planted mixed versions of flowers.
Mhm.
So, honestly, though, I planted some marigolds. They didn't come up. So I went back through and I said, oh, they're not up. So I put some mixed flowers in there. Then the marigolds started coming up. So if all those come up, it's going to be, I'm going to have a crazy amount of flowers in my yard this year. It's
That's
going to be
good.
crazy. Yeah,
I hope I am.
it's going to be a crazy amount of flowers this year. I do have some zucchini that's like that long, and I have some tomato
Wow.
blooms, and I have about 10 pepper blooms going on.
I was watching your video today, and I was like, wow, it's so incredible how like my grow zone is 8B. Yours is too, but like grow 8B in different parts of the US. Different people's seasons start differently and like get
I'm
hot
also a
faster.
rebel in that I will plant things before you're supposed to plant them,
Right.
which sometimes turns out okay, other times doesn't. The only thing that didn't work out for me this year is I had planted some
It's gonna be
hyacinth
pretty
purple
green.
bean vine this year, and I had about 4 or 5 of those die. But then my mom gave me a whole handful more of them, so I just planted a ton. So, no big deal.
Yeah.
So you just got to have a lot of seeds when you do that, and don't ever plant the whole pack if you're planting early. That way, if you messed it up, you still have more seeds.
Yeah,
Maybe
some
half or a fourth of
never
the pack, or
yourself.
just a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't plant all of them because then you
Yeah.
don't have another
But like
chance.
your stuff is so like big. Like your tomatoes are so big, but you get hot way sooner than
I
I do.
started them in hydroponics.
Well, I have starts too, but mine aren't in the ground yet. Mine are like
I started my pink Brandywine tomatoes in hydroponics in January.
mine are probably
And I
about a
planted
foot.
them out in March. So yeah, they've been out there for a while.
Yeah,
I
I
have
just
some
haven't put
shorter,
them in
I
the
have some
ground yet.
tall ones, about 2 feet, and then I have some shorter ones. I have a lot of food grade buckets with tomatoes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any with tomatoes. I did
You could
this.
do if Lori, if you have a bunch of 5-gallon buckets that are like real nice ones, or if you want nice ones, you could do like a stack of 5-gallon buckets, like I don't know, like a grouping of them on the ground, like 4 of them or something in a cluster, and then maybe put one in the middle ish. I don't know.
In other words, do the stacking thing with the.
Yeah.
You know what I want a bucket tray rack so that you don't have to ever put the buckets on the ground. I want a bucket rack. That's what I'd like to have.
Oh. Now you could use maybe some what are they called? Cinder blocks. You know, the big huge rectangle block that has the two holes in it, and set them up on their side and stick a board through the middle, through the holes.
Yeah, I do sometimes take my
Maybe.
buckets and put them on pallets. I have pallets. I have 2 pallets basically.
I always put bricks or I don't know. I always raise all my stuff up, but I don't have fire ants either. So I just do that so there's nice air
Sometimes
flow.
fire ants don't care. They'll climb up wherever your stuff is. That really bad bite I had on my hand from the strawberries, those were in my raised planters, the one that are like this tall.
Wow. Well, I've seen people do moats of water around, like, okay, so you've got your pot, and then they dig a trench around here, not very big, and put water in it. And then they can't go up the pot.
Yeah, that'd be a ways around these.
But that's a lot of stuff, right?
Big old, yeah, I have 2 right next to I have 2, and then there's a couple of feet in between
You
them.
need to make a little river. No, just kidding. My gosh, could you imagine how much work that would be?
A lot.
And then to keep it wet.
I've heard the Vaseline thing.
Oh, wow. Well, cover your plants if you're worried about anything.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, so don't forget to go to Linda's Live at another time. They'll form a bridge to get to plants. Oh, you guys keep your fire ants. They might have fire ants in Eastern Oregon, but they ain't got them over here. And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, you're so lucky. They are very annoying because you'll just be like, have your spade out and you're about to plant something, and boom, there they are. And they really can mess up your soil because they're little trails inside there. They ruin your soil because they make all those little trails through there, and they like your soil because it's loomy or whatever.
So they don't leave ant poop is not good fertilizer?
I don't know anything about ant poop.
I don't either.
Form a bridge to the plants. Yeah, they don't care about bridges or height or none of that stuff. Yeah, I just prefer not to put things on the ground for several reasons, but yeah, Linda with Another Time is doing a live in T-minus 2 minutes. Jan had put the link up earlier in the chat. She does have an interesting subject she's going to talk about tonight. So if you guys want to go by and check her out, and we
keep your hornworms too. I don't want no prehistoric dinosaur worms over here.
I did. Was it last year? Last year I had hornworms.
Not me. Nope. Keep them.
Those are the ones on the tomatoes, right? The green, the big green, the chunky green ones. I think I did have some of those last year.
They're so creepy looking.
Yeah, but I've only ever gotten them when I planted the tomatoes over there, and I'm not planting them over there. I'm planting them over here. So.
All I have is garden snakes and like normal stuff.
You can keep your snakes.
But I don't have like your spider. You guys got like scorpions and tarantulas.
I don't have scorpions and tarantulas. I let my spiders go because they eat a lot of bugs. So I don't know
what kind of spider it is. That I've seen some spiders.
I don't get rid of my spiders because the spiders eat bugs.
I've seen some that were like this big that were black and red and yellow and black. I even seen ones that looked like daddy long legs that were like 3 feet off the ground, and their bodies like went as they went. Sometimes
when the bugs attack your plants, you've already kind of had enough of them. You know what I mean? That happens occasionally. You're like, okay, I've
You
had
just
enough
gotta
for a while.
have a ruler.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to learn how to touch these bugs so I can get them off my plants.
All right. Everybody's starting to pop out. Go see Linda at another time. Thank you guys all for being here with us. And maybe we'll have a guest on next week. You just never know. And
Yes.
it might be somebody that you're expecting or somebody not that you'll know them.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you'll know them.
Thank
Anyway,
you guys for
have a
coming in.
wonderful week. Thank
all
you
of
for
you.
hanging out.
I don't like spiders or snakes either.
Yeah, right. So you guys have a good evening. Gail, thank you so much for hanging out too.
No problem at all. I'll see you over at Linda's. I'm going to make some tacos for dinner tonight. So I'll be cooking while I'm listening to see what Linda's talking about.
I'll be there in 5 seconds.
Because it is an interesting subject. I want to hear what she has to say about it. So, bye, guys.
I want tacos.
Tacos.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.